Hello everyone, this is Faithful to Celebrity Race Across the World, where we are here to discuss Series 3, Episode 3. Hello, my name's Ben.
Hello, I'm Alex. We've reached the halfway point.
Yeah, well, not all of us. Roman, Harley, they haven't quite reached the halfway point
They
yet.
decided to go onto an island, which is always very risky. If you go into a very isolated part of the world or an island, you're going to have to expect that you're not going to have that much
Yeah,
transport.
there'll be some lazy fisherman somewhere.
Yes, rather do some fishing, rather do a day's fishing than pick up two celebrities from the UK off the island onto the mainland. And that's what the fishermen ultimately chose.
It's the risk you take.
It's the risk you take to rely on others. While in other times, people can be very helpful and very friendly. Like if you need to exchange dollars in a dodgy shack somewhere into the currency of the country, like some kind of godfather figure.
Mob boss woman, yeah. I
She
know.
was literally a cat on her lap away from being some kind of mob boss. And I just love the way, like, she said, "Oh, enjoy that beautiful island," as everything has. And Ronan was like, "I don't know what you're saying." And you could just tell from that moment, it was like, get out and run. Get your money and go. Because
See, if
you
I
just
was-
insulted the Don.
If I was waiting for that fishing boat, I would have gone back to her because she clearly knows everyone on the island. You go back and say, "Do you know just the way I can do this?" You go, "Yep."
Yeah.
She'll click her
Snaps
fingers and someone will have produce a boat.
Yes.
And
Maybe
she
that's
smoked
what
a
they
cigar.
did. Maybe Roman was like releasing these evil vibes and the woman was like, "I can feel some kind of disruption on the island. I must go to the fisherman and tell him to move his boat immediately."
Won't be surprised.
So if you want to get in touch with us, you can by finding us on our social medias or through our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2. On there, it's got all our links to our Instagram, our TikTok, and of course, ways you can watch or listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast apps. Don't forget to comment underneath the video if you are watching us, or you can get in touch with us via our social media. If you like the podcast, please follow, because we don't only do this, but we do lots of other programs and you might be interested in them. And give us 5-star reviews if you are interested in them and you like them very much. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your pets. Tell Santa Claus, because he'll need something to listen to while he's flying through the sky on his 24-hour trip around the world.
You're getting a bit ahead of yourself. It's not even December yet.
He's busy. If I've seen
Is
the
he?
Santa Claus
He only
movie
works
enough
one day a year.
times, he's done enough things now. He needs to get busy.
He only works one
Dudley
day a
Moore
year.
is causing mischief.
Who?
Well, if you've seen the Santa Claus movie, you know. And Santa
I
Claus, well, you need to bring in a homeless child
No.
into a very rich Daddy Warbucks type home. It's like Annie 2, but with Santa Claus.
I've not seen Annie or Annie 2.
There's no such thing as Annie 2. If there
Oh.
is, I've never seen it.
Cameron Diaz was in Annie the movie. Do you know that?
Who did she play?
The teacher. It was all, the whole thing was miscast.
Okay. Well, is that when Annie was black?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm just wondering.
Why are
if
you
you're
talking about
just-
miscast?
Well, that's what I'm wondering if that's what you meant. You,
No.
you horrible
I
gammon.
meant Cameron Diaz.
Rogue,
was miscast.
Rogue Annie, the Little Mermaid. Can't say Christmas anymore.
Pardon?
Well, you're one of them, aren't you? You're slowly getting past that age bracket where, like, you become liberal, evil person.
No, I'm not. It was Cameron Diaz. I was correct.
Yes.
She was the one that was miscast.
I like that version of Annie. That was the one that used to be a Hard Knock Life. That version of Hard Knock Life was a TikTok sound for a little while. And it was when something bad happened. Because that was my very first ever TikTok I saw. It was I was a child. I know it was fake, but it still made me laugh. It was a child on a seesaw, and it went, "It's a hard knock life," and then this thing went woo, boosh, and went, pew, and sent the child flying into the air.
God, 2014 that came out.
11
I
years
thought
ago.
it was like 2 years ago. That's ridiculous. And not that I've seen it, so it doesn't even matter. But anyway.
No. Well, there you go. Oh, and if you like the podcast and us talking about our misgivings of films that we may or may not have watched and Ben's racism, then you can give us a buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/£5/faithful. And for £5, you can either go on a monthly rolling subscription or you can give us a one-off £5. Either way, we're really thankful and we love everyone who does it. And here's a special little thank you from me.
What was that?
I'm high on drugs, by the way.
Well, yeah, I was going to say,
legal drugs, by the way.
winter has hit Scotland
Yes,
the past
hard.
few days. And all of a sudden,
We're all ill.
we've got sore throats,
Yeah.
coughs, our chests feel funny.
We're probably
It's
little.
fine.
We're
It's
probably little
fine.
isolated little men, aren't we? It's just like, oh no, I caught a slightly bad cold. So now I'm literally sniffing Lemsip off the table.
Also, we've eaten nothing but crap like for a day and a half in a row now. It was ridiculous.
But because we bought fish and
Fish and chips.
I had chips.
Baguette.
Oh, a baguette. The French are turning
went out
now.
yesterday for a meal, which was more bread. And then
Beautiful.
we had a pizza. And it's like, well, that's a lot of carb, isn't it?
I had
All
a
in one
Bosch
go.
pizza. It was delicious.
So,
With pesto. I'm not normally a fan of pesto, but I have to say on that Bosch pizza, the only thing I would say as a critique to the Bosch boys, if you are listening, because I'm sure you are, is that you just need a little bit extra cheese. I had to add a little bit extra myself.
that's what cost the money. Although they're very expensive.
They're
pizzas.
expensive away, yeah. I just did it as a little treat, so I couldn't be asked.
But anyway, let's think of warmer times and think of the travelling across. You know, if you actually like put a gun to my head and said, what countries are they in? Or what cities do they visit? I wouldn't be able to say one word.
No, it's really mad, isn't it? How bad our geography is for
I
Central
really
America.
don't know any of this. So
really bad.
I don't know where they're going, but they're going across Central America.
Well, because when we went for our meal yesterday, we were with your mum and dad, and we were saying, "Oh, have you seen Race Across the World? They're in Central America." And then we got out the Maps app to look for it, and we were like, "Where is it? They've got."
I'm sure they were on the coast, but then there's no coast.
We couldn't find it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's more our own bad ignorance of being British and very Eurocentric.
Well, I'm
I
just putting out a
suppose.
warning that I'm not going to be saying where these people are going,
No.
where they're heading. I'm just going to be vaguely describing them.
We know Asia better than we do the Central America, which is actually a really bad. That's a cross on ourselves, and that's
The
something.
only
we
thing
admit.
I've learned is that you don't go out at night. It's dangerous.
But they had a civil where they were. They had a civil war, and I can't wait for everyone to comment underneath and say they were in there in really capital letters. It was like, okay, yes,
easy
fine,
for you.
we're sorry.
You
Yeah,
can
it's
look it
easy-
up.
yeah, you can listen to this and Google it and go, "What prats? They're idiots making a podcast about something they don't know." And we make podcasts about everything we don't know. Just leave us alone. We're ill. Scotland's got cold. In Revelation, we realised Scotland's cold. Where they were, they had a civil war, and now they've got a bit of a problem with cartels and drug gangs and women doing their bureau de change in their own huts. And now
It's all linked.
you can't. It's all come
Cheap
together.
bus fares, though.
Cheap, but as long as you get on the right bus, because 2 teams got on the wrong bus.
Well, Molly and Tyler have the same problem as us. They just thought everywhere was named the
Same name,
thing.
yeah.
And they were like, no, that's the other one. I was like, oh,
Yes. That's
right,
the one.
we're going the wrong direction.
And then Anita and Bao were holding up 2 buses, like going, "Can you just wait there for a second? I just need to tell to my dad that this is the bus that we need." And the dad's like, "Can you just wait there for a second? I just need to tell my daughter this is not the bus that we need." Like they've just drove
And then
off.
they missed the both buses.
But
so.
it worked out well for Anita and Bao because they ended up hitchhiking, so it didn't cost them the cost of a bus fare, and they were able to travel to where they needed to get in their destination. So everything happens for a reason, and if you ever need an example of it, just reference Series 3, Episode 3 of Celebrity Ross Across the World in the first 5 minutes. There you go.
Okay. Well, I mean, not much work was done this leg, apart from Molly and Tyler cleaning boats half-heartedly when they were sick. But it
I
was more.
felt
It
for
was
them.
adventures. It was Anita and Bao went up to their volcano and pitched a tent on a hard
Wooden floor.
wooden deck.
Yeah. That was odd to me.
Not the best.
Because there was literal...
Even the
literal
dogs
ground.
weren't lying on that, and they live up there. They know what's what.
Dogs know better.
And there was sand right behind them. It's like just pitch
That's what
on the
I mean.
sand.
Would that have been softer for them? Val did say that like they needed bedding, so I'm presuming they gave them like an inflatable lilo
Well,
or something to lay
Anita's dad looked very upset when he woke up in the morning when she was gazing out to the sunrise.
on. I know she was just like,
And he just came out like a.
"Is this all right for you, Anita? I did this for you."
So yeah, I don't think that was the best. I don't know. Was that worth it, that trip? When they still came second, I guess, but like.
Well, first, second, and third were incredibly close. We'll talk about the end of the episode. That was really exciting for me. And to quote Tyler and Molly, "This is like a movie," and it was really cool and exciting. But no, it was for Anita. Anita had done a few things for Bao throughout the course of this competition. Anita said this one thing, something I really enjoyed. She was very specific as well. It's almost like a specific Halloween costume type moment. It was like, "This is the one thing that I really love in life, and that's getting up, looking at the sunrise. It makes me ready for
Over
the
a
day.
vista.
Over a vista. Makes me ready for the day." And Bao was like, "Fine." There's plenty of vistas where we are.
Oddly specific, but yes. Must be a volcano.
I'll do it for you, Anita, my
Volcanic
daughter, my child.
So yeah, they were loving life.
I'm
doing
glad
well.
for them though. But I did feel bad for Molly and Tyler.
Yeah,
and
they
their
were
sickness.
sick. Molly was sick like during the nice stay, and then his was like 24 hours
Tyler
after
took the
that.
brunt later, yeah.
So when they were starting their race, that's when Tyler was malnourished. But they were both ill. But that serves them right. Last leg, they were eating out non-stop. All this rich
Food, not each other.
No, although they did go to the
Well.
hotel.
Oh, the Love Hotel with a paper towel above the bed.
I know.
I mean, that's a dream, isn't it, really, if you think about
One
it?
condom,
One condom. But
endless paper towels.
there you go.
Lots of different chairs as well to use. There was that weird leather chair,
There
which
was
was
that
like
spring
all
chair,
wavy.
wasn't there?
The spring chair.
Don't know what that was for.
The
There was
dirty bed.
the leatherette bonquette thing, which was kind of a good. It was like where the legs go up, so you're kind of like when you're laying on it, your legs are going to be like that. So that was good, I feel. And I think I was you have to admit it was quite considerate of the hotel owners to give them the paper towel so you can like wipe away the sin. And
well,
then
they were sick.
and leave it.
So it was worth it.
It was good for them being sick, exactly, which was an unintended consequence for that paper towel to be above the bed.
I mean, it's quite an unsexy hotel. Like the room looked
Was
like
it?
an office.
I was turned
block.
on the moment I saw it.
It looked like office block off-white paint, and it just looks a bit sad.
You have a real thing about off-white paint.
By the hour.
When you're watching like a YouTube video of a specific YouTuber, you always comment on how their house looks off-white.
That's
You're
because
obsessed.
she's off-white. Her clothes are off-white. Her walls are off-white. The food she makes is off. Everything.
Her
is
personality is off-white.
Everything is just a bit of beige on a screen.
She's literally the encompassing definition of beige.
Yes.
If you want to know who we're talking about, then get in touch.
Ice Age. There you go. There's a hint.
Oh, that's a good. Well
That's a
done.
good hint. Doesn't really use it much anymore, but she
you-
used to use it all the time.
Now they use TikTok, yeah, much more. Something that they said they didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So Molly and Tyler weren't well, and poor old Tyler had to soldier on. But they came, for me, I think Molly came up with the best plan, and it clearly worked, which was that, look, we're not getting better. There's no point fighting the sickness by trying to get further in the race.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just take another chill day and then just go, don't do any work, don't do anything. We'll take a hit on this leg and we'll just go straight to the checkpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked for them. And I think that was the right thing to do, because when you're sick, the last thing you want to do is bugger about trying to find the best route, trying to find the cheapest route, trying to do this, trying to do
Especially
that.
you get stuck on a bus for too long. It's just like, well...
But tensions were starting to, I feel like tensions are starting to rise with Molly and Tyler. We said they were the
I know.
perfect couple.
Even the lap dance didn't do anything for him. He said no.
I'm going to be sick. While he was like, oh, okay, cheers.
Yeah.
But there was a bit of a ruckus between them about the taxi charge, because Tyler said 10 and he almost had him at 10, and then Molly said, okay, 15. It was a bit like The Apprentice, wasn't it?
Like
when
you.
they're trying to... Why is
Taking
it
you
like...
to a market in Egypt or something, and you don't like haggling.
I hate bartering. I get upset bartering. Remember we were in Dominican Republic?
Yes.
And all those people came at me. I had to go. And you and your dad were like going, what's wrong with you? And I was like, this is too much. I can't. I hate it. Absolutely hate it.
It is awkward, but you just got to do it.
Oh, I can't. I just can't.
Well, you're
just give
Molly.
me a set price. I'm from the UK. I go into a shop. They say it's this. I say fine.
Yeah, but they give you a really
Done.
high price. So you have to.
No, because I believe in Tesco and their Black Friday deals.
Yeah, that's true. But they did come first in the end, Tyler and Molly.
Yes,
So
hurrah.
They were good.
They were good.
Although Tyler is 2 stone lighter.
You can see that as well. I was saying to you, you can see his skin is starting to get a little bit loose around his arms, where
Yeah.
like the
He's not as
muscles
pumped.
the muscles are slowly dwindling around him. Poor guy.
Also, that must have been gross when they were cleaning the boats when they were feeling sick. It's like the last thing, really, is cleaning a fishy boat.
Yeah, the smell must have been
So
just gross.
yeah, not for me.
How about our favourites? The beautiful
they?
Dylan and Jackie.
Yeah, they're lovely. I love them because, and I especially love Jackie. I just love them both.
I love them, yeah, go on.
But it's because like everything, and this is more Jackie than Dylan, everything she says is kind of with like half confidence. Do you know what I mean? Like both of them, like everything they do and say and act is all like with a 50% confidence, and I really like watching that between them. There's something just really sweet about them where they're trying to sort of pretend like let's race, but like it's not quite
Got the
conviction behind
enthusiasm
it,
that
but in a way I
Anita
kind of
might
like
have.
that. And she just, I don't know, like obviously we know about the history last episode about her, and there's just something about her seems like a little bit sad, but also like grateful. And I don't know, there's something about her which is just really endearing. Which I just watch her and I just really like seeing them both together, like their journey. And
They both bounce off each other. Their half confidence together makes 100% confidence, which feels like is what's driving them forward. And I did like that Jackie was listing off all the cakes that she can successfully do at the bake sale when she's at her village.
she won one of them, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah.
She had a beautiful pie. Didn't
That's what I mean. Like,
I
she
love
was-
your no bake chocolate.
She was
cake.
talking about Christmas, wasn't she? And how
Yes.
she makes this, but she was being really specific. She was like, "Look, there's cinnamon, and I put this, and this in it. You like that, don't you?" And it's like,
Did it like, yeah.
she's clearly remembering the times when Dylan was round at Christmas, and she started saying, "Oh, I need to go see your new house, and he's a big actor now, and doesn't see her as much. And it's like,
that was sweet when Jackie was saying, I get so excited when my phone pings and it's you. And Dylan was like, oh, I didn't realise that that you miss me so much. She was like, of course I miss you, Dylan. You're my son. And then he said they talking about the food that they love together. They are just so cute.
They are. I love watching them.
I love the way Dylan brushes his teeth. Literally, he came on screen and he was just like, and it was like, oh, Dylan, I love you.
But even when they caught up with everyone and they were racing, like Molly and Tyler were like, this is like a James Bond film. But those two were like, oh, this is a bit of fun, isn't it? And it's just like,
and Dylan was so excited about the idea of coming first. He was like, come on, Mum, we can do it. I think we're going to come first. We're going to do it. And then they went to the wrong hotel. The woman was a real bitch as well. He's like, is this the hotel? And it's like, no. There. And she was like, oh, okay, sorry. Ha ha ha.
They slammed their hand onto like some weird book, which wasn't quite the right book.
Because obviously there's the book they have to sign it when they get to the hotel. And they were like,
and they were so happy as well because they were first.
Yeah. And then Dylan was like, oh, never mind. We never made it first. Never mind. I can see Anita there. Never mind. And then they got to the book and they found out they came third. And Dylan was having a riot. He was like, yeah, I'm third. And if you look at the timings, they're only 8 minutes behind first, Molly and Tyler. So actually, it's super, super tight now between them. So, be more confident, Dylan and Jackie, because you have every right to feel more confident.
They're going up and up and up.
They really are. They're doing, this is what I said. This is what the mother and son teams always do. Start from the behind and literally as it gets about, because this is half the series now. So there's only 3 more episodes to go. Episode 3, third. Episode 4, second. Episode 5, first. That's the confidence they need to win the game. And that's what always happens.
And their budget's not too bad.
Nope.
So it's Molly and Tyler who have the least.
But they've had to spend a lot, though, in order to get to that, to stay in the game, to be fair. And that's no fault of their own. Well, apart from they were
the food.
Filling themselves, like that Monty Python sketch when that guy's like, more food. And that's literally came out of them afterward. But, I love Dylan and Jackie so much. And I really want them to slay. I love that they are just slowly building up their momentum as well. They're just perfect. They're just the perfect. They're the team that you always back on Race Across the World. They're not too cocky. They're not too confident, but they're gaining their bravity to get up to the top. And if they win, then it's a good series.
I don't know if they'll win, but who knows?
They will win. And Jackie will bake a beautiful cake when they do the after show, when they all meet up again later. And Jackie's like, I've baked a tart. And then looks at Molly in like a really disgusted way. Molly, you're not a tart. We love you.
So Roman and Harley Moon were last place.
But they didn't even make it.
Didn't get off Tiger Island.
No.
Well, they did, but we didn't really see any of it, so I don't quite know.
Well, we saw them getting on the very last scene was them on a bus with the sun setting behind them. So we're presuming it's the same day, but very late. So they're about, as we had to hazard a guess, they're about 10 to 12 hours behind.
I mean, they're getting the bad luck. Like they've been having that since episode 1, and all of their things break down, or their fishermen don't turn up, and
they're fishermen.
Do you know what I mean?
Like it happened,
I'm sure it happened last week, didn't it? Their boat didn't turn. Something.
Episode 1, their bus broke down. They had to catch another bus. Yeah, they've not had a lot of luck, Paul, Roman and Harley. And again, as we talked about anxiety in the last episode with Roman started talking about his anxiety in this episode. And I said to you, it's like, oh my God, these are just ringing bells of when I was a child at school. And like my mum went to the doctor about like my anxiety and this, that, and the other. And the doctor just said, give him some worry beads. He'll be fine. And I said that to you. It's like that it hits home what Roman's saying. It's like they just kind of, it's a horrible feeling. And when people don't take it seriously enough, it can feel really like isolating and you feel alienated.
That's why it's like really mean, their journey, because like he's talking about it and he's like, oh, I'm coming off of antidepressants. So like I'm not as numb as I used to be. So the anxiety's coming back and stuff. So I'm trying to, this is a really challenging thing. So I'm trying not to think worst case scenario. And then on their trip, it's the one where it always happens.
Everything's going wrong for them. I know all the obstacles are in their way.
But I mean, I didn't like the, bit on the beach where she was like, let's all shout out. I don't like that. That's not me.
Oh, I must have missed that. What happened?
Well, they were in the evening, they were shouting out like my anxieties, and they were shouting stuff out into the world, and it was like,
oh right,
and they were dancing around as brother and sister, and it's just like, no, not for me, but it's for them.
There's a film that's got to blame for that. I'm really in my mood of references today. There's a film called Garden State, and spoiler alert, if at the very end of the film, it's about like kids, like teenagers, like, you know, being anxiety and anxiousness and America and blah. And at the very end, they all stand on the top of a bus and they all shout out their problems to the world. And like you say, if you shout them out, then you letting them out into the world, and you can then start again and release them. You feel like that's some kind of like hippie therapy, do you?
No, it's just for me. If I was Roman and my sister was saying, "Tell me to do that," I'd be like, "No." But he did it.
Why don't you shout right now? Shout out your problems.
I do shout out my problems.
I wonder why you keep saying my name
on the microphone.
Alex!
Decibels, but yeah. They're having a hard time, those two. Not doing well. I feel like they're going to come last the whole way through.
But they're picking them up and they're dusting themselves off and they're trying again, to use a euphemism. And they are doing really well. Like they even though they're last, they're not desperately last, and they're still trying. And sometimes coming from behind is the best solution, because it's the best way to be, because then you're always fighting. As long as you don't have to keep fighting throughout, you use this as a kind of like a slingshot to try to get you back forward.
I mean, one thing that we must mention that Harley Moon was distracted by on this episode.
Well, I mean, I was too.
From The Help.
Mm-hmm. The Help. Asking
around the strangers for help. That's the one she picked. And then that beach they were on, where everyone was just sexy on the beach. It's like, what's going on here? I need to note down that location. It was like ITV producers were there looking for contestants for Love Island. It was just insane. The men were beautiful. The women Roman were great. Was looking. Well, the women were beautiful too. No, I didn't see them. Well, I didn't notice there was any women there. Actually. There were plenty of women, and beautiful. God, they were gorgeous. Well, everyone was, because when Molly and Tyler's bus broke down, they had to push it to get it started. Yeah. There was a hot guy next to Tyler. Yeah, because Tyler asked Molly, it's like, did that turn you on, the way I was like being so masculine pushing that bus? And you could just tell by Molly's like slow reaction to saying yes. It was like, well, actually the guy next to you was hotter. But yeah, Tyler, you were hot too. Yeah, don't worry about it. So yeah, very sexy country that they were in. And Dylan, don't forget the last episode, he had that sexy lady who was after him. Oh yeah. Well, I would love to know, Dylan, if you are listening to this podcast, hello. Or Dylan's mum, indeed. Dylan's mum, if you're listening to the podcast, please send us some of your delicious pie. But and that's you're vegan, so I'm sure she can tailor it for me. But Dylan, are you getting slips from the DMs from your mate down in Central America? I really want to know. I wonder if he's tagged her or anything. No, he's not put a picture of her on his Instagram up yet. Okay. So that's rude. Well, maybe they want to keep their relationship quiet. You know what the press are like. Maybe. She has got a pounce on it. A tobacco cartel to cater. So. Well, the cartels out there are frightening. Frightening. But Anita and Bao seem to be having the easiest ride, I feel. But that's she just jumps in front of buses all the time. Every episode, she's jumping in front of buses and then getting surprised when she nearly gets run over. Dies, every time. So, or holds up public transport. But they do get the bus in the end, I guess. But yeah, they just seem to be a strong team who just make the decision and do it, and it all seems to go quite well. Even when they had those blockades like a few episodes ago, they still got through it. So yeah, they're like the lucky version of Roman and Harley Moon. But I wonder if something should go wrong for Anita, if she's very easily cracked, because there's been signs of Anita. She's got the BBC journalist training. But I see signs sometimes of Anita where something doesn't quite go the way she wants it to go, and she loses her temper. Like the buses, for instance. She expected that bus to wait for her. Do you know who I am? I'm Anita from the BBC. And because it didn't, you could tell there was a little bit of aggravated behaviour about that. She was a bit like, oh, okay, I'm a bit miffed by that. But she kind of held it together because it wasn't that big a deal. But if something really, really bad happened, I think that could undo Anita. Well, they're big planners. Both of them said they like to be at least 2 steps ahead plan-wise. Yes. That's why things are going sort of well for them, because they're always 2 steps ahead. So if something, like you say, if something does go wrong, that then messes them up. For 2 more, like what they had in them set in their mind, set in their ways. So. I'd rather do it the way Dylan and Jackie do it. Happy-go-lucky. Would you? Every day's a new day. Not the Molly and Tyler sex hotel route. I mean, the Molly and Tyler sex hotel does sound appealing. Tyler, get me out. But, it's I was also worried for Molly as well, because she was saying how, because she's been working since she was 14 in the industry, and she didn't know if it was talent or just luck, and it's like that imposter syndrome. Oh. And it's like, she had her break from EastEnders to film this, came back, and then her character's suddenly off to Australia, leaving. But at least she's going with someone who she loves now, in the context of EastEnders. Oh, yeah. Freddie. But I like Molly. She's a really good, face for, BBC, because did Strictly, and she was on CBeebies, and she's been on EastEnders. Like, she's a really good personality, and I think she'll be fine without EastEnders. Actually,
she's, as they say in the industry, a safe pair of hands.
Yeah, she's really like friendly, enthusiastic. She's nice. She's fun to watch, so she's fine. Don't have to worry, Molly. You're okay.
I'd like to see Molly, where all the retirees of EastEnders seem to go now. In ITV, when you've quit a soap or left a soap like Coronation Street or Emmerdale, you used to always end up being on Heartbeat.
Right.
On the BBC, if you leave EastEnders or Doctors, rest in peace, Doctors, you always end up on Don't Tell the Midwife.
Don't tell the midwife.
Don't call the midwife. Sorry,
call the midwife.
Yeah.
It's cool. Don't call.
Is it called Don't Call the
You're
Midwife?
thinking of Don't Tell the Bride, which is a reality TV show.
That's another show I'd like to see Molly and Tyler do.
Yes.
Call the midwife. Call the midwife.
Isn't that
Call the
ending
midwife.
soon, though, isn't it?
Oh, they're ending that.
I'm sure they are.
Oh,
because
come
it's
on.
like coming into the 90s now, and they can't make their little midwife show anymore. They've run out of years.
I thought they did what Heartbeat did, and they just kept repeating 1969 again and again and again until they ran out of time. I'm sure they celebrated the new year about 20 times on Heartbeat.
Or her and Tyler will just have an ITV2 or an ITVB show where it's about them.
Or
A reality
BBC.
show.
Look at Stacey
BBC3.
and what's his face. They've got a reality show now.
Yeah, they're a better version, Molly and Tyler.
I much prefer to watch Molly and Tyler than Stacey. Maybe Molly could take over as presenting duties of Sort Your Life Out.
Yeah, maybe.
We've got ideas here for Molly. Come on, BBC, get them sorted.
And
But no, Molly and Tyler, yeah. But the problem is that we've got too many famous husband and wife teams now, haven't we? We've got the woman from the Saturdays and the guy from JLS. They host This Morning.
Oh yeah, Rochelle and whatever his name is.
And what's that show? The music game show. We've got too many husband and wives now. You know what they need on TV? Gays.
But not Ryland and his ex-husband.
But they can't because it's his ex, yeah. But you know, there's always some gays wanting in there.
No thanks. I don't want to present live TV.
ITV?
Live TV.
Well, who says live?
I'll do Morning Live with Gethin.
Well, not with me. Okay, I'll do Morning Live with the female Blue Peter presenter because I love her. Or Sarah Cox. I love Sarah Cox. I'll do the one show with Sarah Cox. What do you like about Sarah Cox?
I've been through this. I don't like radio presenters.
Yeah, but why Sarah Cox? Scott Mills is understandable. Good
All
afternoon.
of them are annoying. Even Tyler. He's a radio presenter, isn't he?
Oh.
Is Roman a radio presenter?
Yes, he does Capital.
There you go.
You don't hate all radio presenters. You like, what's his face, who does Snogged Married Avoid, what's it called?
What?
Sexing My Boss.
Oh, Jordan North.
Yeah, you like him.
Yeah, only on Sex only on the podcast.
He's a radio presenter.
Yeah, well, I don't like him on radio.
And Gethin Jones is a radio presenter.
Is he?
Yep.
He's gone down in my estimations. Right, everyone.
Right, on that note, now we finished talking about that. Let's go. So thank you for everyone who listens.
British culture at the end there.
If you want to hear more about our British culture, then please subscribe to our podcast.
Alan Carr said he doesn't want to do Strictly, by the way.
What, present it or be a contestant? I don't think
Alan... You've seen how much I sweat during the Traitors. Imagine me during live TV. So he's ruled himself out.
Well, he does. He sweats when he's doing pre-recorded. Remember Picture Slam, that game show he
sweats
did?
On his podcast. He's because he has anxiety.
He's a real hot guy. Yeah, hot. Hey, call me up, Alan.
He needs to take propanol 30 minutes before he starts recording. Okay. That's what he needs. He just needs to admit it. But anyway, that's Alan. Carry on. How can you get? Do
you get anxious when you have to do this with me?
No.
Let's see. It's because we love each other, isn't it? If you want to see more of this hot gay relationship on screen or listening to, then please follow us on Linktree. You can subscribe to us as well on linktr.ee/faithful2. On there's got all the links to everything you need to know. So just put it in your URL. Put it in your URL and just look for it. Just do stuff, okay? Just do it. All right.
Hopefully next week we'll be. Do you think we'll be more sick or less sick next week?
Oh, hopefully less sick. If it's just a cold.
It's only just starting now. It's not really...
Yeah, but cold and flus last about 5 days at most.
Well,
at most.
That will keep you on your tenterhooks till next podcast, everyone.
Well, no, we'll be doing one before then.
Next week? Yeah, but if they only listen to this one.
Yes, but don't only listen to this one.
We've got Celebrity Get Me Out of Here coming
We've got a
soon.
weekly roundup of Celebrity Get Me Out of Here on Monday. So you got that to look forward to.
Oh, Monday, is it?
If that's what we agreed on. This is again.
Don't put a day.
Okay,
It might be up tomorrow.
Sometime soon we've got a weekly update of I'm a Celebrity, but also we've got Traitors Canada and this, and as I've plugged this now for months. Celebrity The Apprentice is coming. What else can you do? You can go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, and on there you can give us a £5 one-off or monthly donation to help with the show. We're also always very grateful, and we love that you guys are so lovely to us as well. You guys are really friendly and lovely, and you get in touch with us all the time, and it's so nice to hear from you. And I love you, and I want it, and go for it, and yeah.
Lovely. So until next week, keep traveling. Goodbye.